So you get upset when I cut you off.
Yeah.
That's like an emotional thing. That's like an emotional thing with you.
Yeah, upset
like
is
you
emotion.
You don't like.
I'm gonna
like
tell you,
getting
it's not
cut
just
off.
Gus that gets upset about it.
It's a human thing. When communicating with humans,
You
like
don't
being
mind.
interrupted.
I don't care.
Fucking
Yeah,
did
he
it
goes
again.
with it.
As I'm explaining, he literally interrupted me and cut me off.
I'm really
He
bad.
like quit listening and then changed to talk to someone else.
I really am bad about it. I am bad about it because I don't care about anything.
We did a Reddit AMA.
I
This is
don't
why I
care.
like Joel a lot.
It's just like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, what color is that shirt that you bought? I don't care. I'm already on to the next thing. I don't
It's
really
just
don't
like
care.
social interaction. It's a contract that you have to pretend like you're interested in people.
Do you think that gets?
I am really bad with like people who like.
Do you think
when you get
you're,
older?
when you're like 60, it'll be even worse? Than
Oh,
that?
no question.
Yeah. it'd be
No
funny.
question.
I want to know you in 20 years from now.
Joel,
It'll just be one long monologue that just doesn't stop.
People
It's
will
like-
dip in and out of it.
It's like
no way Joel's making it 60.
No, there's
That's
no
not gonna
way.
happen.
You're
There's
in
no
the
way.
gym all the time, right? You're healthy as hell.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
You cancel out with booze.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I canceled out with the booze.
No,
it's
he cancels
like
that with fucking stress. He's the most stressed person on the planet.
It's true. It's true.
Another thing too is, you probably have to talk about this, and sorry in advance, Gus, for opening this Pandora's box.
Uh-oh.
But the price of gold plummeted in the last.
The price of gold in the last 2 days has just crashed.
Did you see him change tracks? He was like, it's going in and boom, the gold
no.
just pulled right
Do you
in.
think there's
Just
like
crash.
dudes in his brain changing the tracks on the
Gus
store? It's
came
like,
into my office earlier today.
I came in with a simple question.
And
it
he-
was,
and we had
this
a
fund says this.
conversation.
Which fund is it? The A, C, or R?
In the back of my mind, I'm like, the reason why Gus is coming in to my office to ask me this question is because he wants to get it out of my system now before we do the podcast. And so it's like, I'm just going to get it all out of my system right now. And so it was like 45 minutes just like, rah, 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 rah.
There was a thread on Reddit today, which was, what are the most basic mind fucks that you know, which are just simple facts that just blow you away. And we talk about these from time to time, little things like this. Like I was always mesmerized by that weird mathematical trend of like you're all boys in your family. So your mom broke a chain of women that goes literally all the way back to the beginning of time. One fact I heard, it wasn't in this, but it reminded me of it with the discussion of gold, is all the gold that has been ever mined in the history of the world can fit in a swimming pool.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
like
that. It's an
I've heard
Olympic-sized swimming
two-
pool, right?
An
Whatever.
Olympic-sized
Yeah.
swimming
Yeah.
pool. I've heard two things. You know, basically like the Statue of Liberty and an Olympic-sized swimming pool,
how much
which
is-
leads you to the conclusion that the volume of an Olympic-sized swimming pool somehow equals the mass of the Statue of Liberty.
Does seem
I-
like
I
a
always
draw,
thought
right?
Statue of Liberty was bigger.
could I make a Tower of Pimps in real life?
The Tower of Pimp's value is falling.
The Tower of Pimps
As-
value would be enormous. What is the scale
Someone
of the Tower
calculated
of Pimps?
it
We
once.
did.
and
I
it was-
think someone said it was $38 billion because it's 4 1 by 1 by 1 meters. It's a meter cube 4 times, right?
So it's a 4 by 1 by 1 rectangular prism.
Yeah.
Do you know
Solid gold.
it was gorilla poop? I just have to say it. I'm sorry. They sent us gorilla feces. It's disgusting. Why would somebody
So here's the worst part of that. So
I can't-
it was just addressed to Rooster Teeth Productions, like
Right.
generic, not addressed to anyone specifically. Jennifer opened it, saw what it was, and put it on my desk.
Well, then
and I
she
was like,
carried it
and I was
around.
like, why did you put this on my desk? She said, I assumed it was for the podcast. I said, why the fuck would you assume that? Like, is that what people think of me in this company? Oh, I just got a package of shit. This must be for Gus. Let me go put it on his desk.
And then she's carrying it around in a
have a question.
Ziploc bag.
And I was like,
And she brings it to my office. She goes, look, somebody sent us gorilla poop. And I said, Jen, get that the fuck out of my office. I said, and why are you touching that? That could be dangerous.
Whoa, wasn't it a packet?
It was in a Ziploc bag.
a Ziploc bag. And was it dry?
and I said, why are you carrying
There's
it? Why
no-
did you not just throw it away
There's
instantly?
no return address or anything?
No.
He was right. We should not have talked about this.
Listen,
Now we're going to get more fucking gorilla
well-
fucking poop.
It's not real, right?
You're only going to see this on the live podcast. We're fucking cutting this. Got it, Lindsay. You might mark the time.
who in the world has
agree.
access to a fucking gorilla? Who has access?
It's a long-term play. He was like,
How
in
do you,
fucking 30 years,
how
I'm
do
going
you,
to get those
how do you
assholes.
know it's gorilla poop?
There was a card.
Was there a
informing us.
size or
The guy
a
lives
picture?
in an apartment in Queens with a gorilla. He's raising it from a baby, getting his ass
Do you know what
kicked
that?
every
You know what
day.
this is? This goes back to one of the original podcasts. He just sent you a death note because he said he would fight a gorilla.
But what does that mean?
This is so. Now
He said he would fight a tiger in his defense.
the tiger?
I would fight a tiger.
He said he'd fight everything.
No, actually, a gorilla is one of the things I'd be most afraid of because it's most like me.
Oh God, yeah.
Like I got
would
no
not wanna
advantage.
fight.
Stronger.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
yeah.
right. Right. So it's slightly different than me.
Like the Planet of the Apes movie or whatever the thing is with the that.
That's not a good example in any way.
fuck all that.
How is that a good example?
Fuck all that. They have language. They have vehicles.
What the fuck?
They have walkie-talkies.
Joel, that situation was hypothetical enough. You didn't need to expand.
You're a dead man. Your face is gonna get ripped off
It
by a
wasn't
fucking
sent to-
chimpanzee.
Clearly, it was sent to Gus.
It was not.
It was. They like
One of you guys
you're
is dead,
Yeah.
and
we might have some horrible disease now from being exposed to gorilla poop.
I boiled my
can
hands in
we
water.
change our answers from the mosquito
boiled
question
your-
later?
I was once on a shoot where we were filming for a cooking show, and it was all about organic fruit and veg and stuff. So we were filming this chef like pulling all this fruit like fresh from the leaves.
And was this a
stuff like
slow
that.
mo?
Yeah, we were doing it in slow mo for some reason, like because you got the water coming out. And we're in this patch of veg, and we realized that there were no carrots. So we walked to the supermarket and bought some carrots, and then buried them, and then pulled them out.
There
the
it is.
ground in
That's
slow-mo.
television. That is
That's the
fucking
magic
television.
of TV right there.
That is the
I was just
magic of
looking
it.
at it like embarrassed.
Did you even buy like organic carrots?
No, they
and
weren't
then like
organic.
that?
But they weren't organic. The organic ones were like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just buried regular carrots from Sainsbury's.
And that was the first dirt those carrots have ever seen. I was a waiter on Ally McBeal, and I worked at that a couple of times, and I got to the point where I kind of knew Lucy Liu and I kind of knew Portia de Rossi. I almost spilled a drink on them at one point, but they're very nice. And we started a conversation or whatever, and everything was fine. And at the time, I was on the meat diet, and I think Portia de Rossi was a vegetarian.
Ugh.
And we were sort of going back and forth, and we were talking about it, and whatever. There was a thing, but it's like it's very dark on that set. And they had wheeled out like a potato bar, like it's got sour cream.
Like, did they steal it from Wendy's?
I've already told the story wrong. I've already ruined it. I've already told the story wrong.
But we don't know how you ruined it.
And
They wheeled out a taco
take
bar.
two.
Like, they wheeled out a taco bar.
They wheeled out a taco bar. It had like lettuce, it had sour cream, it had all this stuff. They had a taco bar. And
What
I
happened
went
to the
over there.
potatoes? But you said potatoes for the first time. What happened to the potatoes?
So
This is
I'm
fun.
on the fucking
This
meat
is like
diet.
Joel. Sorry, go ahead.
What did you put on your potato? Did you start with sour cream?
No, I mean, had it been anything, so I go over there, but you know what? I'm on the fucking meat diet. And so it's like, you know what? I am just going to get a fucking motherfucking bowl of fucking ground beef. I do not
Or
give a
potatoes.
fuck. I am on the fucking meat diet. I fucking get a ground bowl, and they are,
Potato.
I had just talked to them, and they watched me. They were watching me unload this giant bowl of just ground beef into a bowl, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, they're vegetarians. They probably think I'm like an asshole or whatever, but it's like, you know what, fuck them. I'm on the meat diet. I'm gonna fucking eat meat. I don't care. So I keep unloading this ground beef, and I get a fucking big heaping tablespoon of ground beef. I put it in my mouth. It's bacon bits.
Oh, gross! Like real bacon or the bacon bits?
It's fucking synthetic.
Oh, the bacon
fake
bits.
fucking bacon bits. I have a giant fucking bowl. I have a fucking giant fucking bowl of fucking bacon bits. And everybody saw me fucking walk over there and make a giant fucking bowl of bacon bits. Lucy Liu and Portia Rossi saw me stand at the table with the bacon bits and kept thinking, looking at me weird. And now I've got bacon bits in my mouth. And now I have to make a fucking choice. Now you have to make a fucking decision.
Bacon.
Where it's like, am I just gonna fucking eat these? I fucking ate those fucking bacon
You
bits.
did not.
You had
Yeah,
the whole bowl
I
of
would have
see,
done the same thing. You're in a socially awkward
That-
situation. You got to stick with it.
You gotta stick with it. And that would have been a funny
Full eject,
story had
man.
I not blown it with the potato bar at the top. And then he called me out on my potato bar.
How does that feel?
He ruined the story.
Really
Yeah, but you
How
guys
does that
never
feel?
tell good
Completely
stories.
fucked it up.
So I have to go in there and try and help
Great.
you.
Make
Best
sure you,
part of my day
make
was
sure you
fucking
lower
up
the
that
gain
story.
on input number 4. It's because he's a little
My
hot.
gain equals funny.
You ever found a food that has more than 100% of the food in it?
What?
Well,
What the fuck are you saying?
so there's a.
Found a
meta
food
food.
that has more than 100% of the food.
Well,
Have you?
Do you have pepperami? Is that a thing?
Pepperoni?
What?
Pepperami. It's like a brand. It's like
Pepperoni.
squashed. I know what pepperoni is.
I don't know what pepperoni is.
No, we don't have pepperami.
Pepperami.
It sounds like
It's
a dog treat.
It's like squashed pork, hard sausage that you just like you bite off.
Like a
beef
Slim
jerky?
Jim.
I don't know what Slim Jim is. Maybe. But
It sounds like a Slim Jim.
I looked
Sounds
at
like a Slim Jim.
I looked at the thing and it said 108% pork. How do you have more pork than a pig?
That sounds like a marketing line.
No, it's tiny on the back.
All right, fuck it. We're looking this up.
I believe him. I believe you. I believe
So
you.
does that mean?
Army.
Like, I was thinking you can't have more than 100% of anything, right? But does it mean there's more pork per square inch than a pig? Is that what it's saying?
Is that it?
Am I gonna die?
Oh my God!
Yeah, there
you
you
might
go.
have died that day.
Yeah, I knew something had gone wrong.
I was just curious if you ate 5 ounces of those Bako bits, you had 1,020% of your daily sodium intake in one meal.
What's the lethal amount of sodium?
I don't know. They're 140 milligrams of sodium.
It's funny because into the-
6% per gram. Per gram. I think that's more than 100% of sodium per. I mean,
it's like that Star Trek episode with the creature that like sucks the salt out of people.
It's literally.
I went to the bathroom 27 times that day.
And I'm gonna estimate that you ate what, maybe 5 ounces? That's a fair estimate, right? How many grams are in 5 ounces?
I'm so disappointed in myself. That would have been really funny.
This is the exact thing that I was saying.
You don't.
That's what you were
So
saying.
There's the answer.
What is it?
Because the food's pasteurized for food safety, and because it's dried, it loses some mass. So they have to use 27 grams of meat for every 25 grams of sausage. So it's 108.
Wait.
I believe you,
Percent.
Gavin. I was on the ground floor with
the
you.
fuck up.
I was your one supporter.
Oh, Yahoo
You were
Answers
down.
says it's true. It's got to be true.
I was
That's
your one
true.
supporter. I was the only one that was here for you in your time of need. I was
Thanks,
the only one who
Cat
at ground level.
I still don't understand that though. I did. You said the answer. I didn't get it.
It's
So-
bullshit. You can't have more than the thing that you're holding. You can't.
So it's a yes.
Oh,
Exactly
no,
what I
no,
said.
no. Well, I guess they take a product
They just dehydrate it.
and they dehydrate it, and then they
But how are you getting-
reevaluate based on the
The original
previous-
weight.
Let me put it this way. If you take a 5-pound apple
No,
and
this
you
is-
dehydrate it, and it
this is
becomes
how
2
we-
pounds.
this is how we do
it's-
the-
It's a 2-pound apple
No,
now. It's not a
this
5-pound
This is
apple.
how we
think
do
of
the
it this way.
budget of the United States
Right.
of America. This is how we do the budget of the United States of
If you
America.
take
It's the same thing.
a 1 pound grape and dehydrate it to a
raisin.
4 ounce raisin, it's still just a 4 ounce raisin.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth Podcast Fresh. Rooster Teeth